Hey guys, Steve here in Vape Haven. We're gonna start off with a little story time. We all know, hopefully, what a Dragon Nano coil is. So I was sitting there vaping on this nano coil, Dragon Nano coil, and I was like, God, Steve, how can you make this better? I got the perfect plan. I'm gonna take this coil, I'm gonna bend it into a horseshoe. Genius. Today, I'm going to show you how to make the Vape Haven Horseshoe. We're going to start off with some 22 gauge Canthal. Cut a couple roughly 6-inch long pieces. I like to go a little bit longer. Got these Stanley screwdrivers. I'm going to take a 1.4 millimeter. What we're going to do is we're going to do 8 wraps. This 1.4 millimeter screwdriver. I'm going to take it, overlap it, hold on tight, start our wraps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Alright, I'm going to take our second piece of Canthal. We're going to rinse and repeat. That's why I love the 22 gauge, is because it's super workable. And if you don't get your coil quite tight enough, you can always fix it. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to make our horseshoes. How we're going to do that is we're going to slide it back on the screwdriver here. We're going to count out 3 coils, or 3 wraps, I mean. Take another like screwdriver or something. I'm just using a small Allen wrench, but you're going to take that. This is my second time building this coil, by the way. I just want to point that out. I haven't worked out all the kinks. You're going to bend over, just like so. Okay, so we've got 3 wraps, and then we've got the other, however many are over there. Oh. Scratch that. Hold on, guys, I gotta fix this. Alright, sorry. I'm gonna rebend. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to take 2 wraps and leave on the bottom. This is really hard to show. So what we've got is 3, 2, 3. And we're going to do that with the other one as well. See if I can show this one. Technical difficulties. Gotta love them. Okay, so bend that bad boy down just like that. Take it out, put it in this side. And remember, young coil builders, patience is a virtue. Okay, and if you regrettably do this and stretch out the center too, boop, just like that, pinch them right back together. Gotta love tweezers. Alright, so how are we going to put these into our RDA? We're going to insert your screwdriver back in to the side, bend your lead so it's facing out, and you want to keep your leads in the same direction. And here we have a Vape Haven Horseshoe coil. I'm going to clean up my other coil here. Alright, so we've got 2 of these. Time to insert them into the RDA. Today I am using the Little Boy RDA by MCV, which is super nice because it's got really high post holes. Gonna insert them with the 2 wraps on the bottom. I would really suggest a high post hold RDA for this build, just because with the high posts it leaves space in between the bottom of the coil, it's hard to get a view, and the deck. Gonna go ahead and tighten down our negative lead. Now you want to leave a little space between the post and the coil, that way we can move this sucker over. I'm going to go to the other side. Insert our leads. Now I usually trim my leads, I just skip that step. And I'm regretting it. There we go. It does help too if you insert your screwdriver back in when you're doing this. minimizes the chance that you're going to mess up your wraps when you're pushing down on it. Go ahead and tighten up the negative side. Alright. You want to make sure that when you tighten down your center post, your coils are equal distance from the posts on the same side, which can be tricky. Go ahead and trim up our leads. You want to get them as close as you can to the post. That way it doesn't catch on your cotton when you're wicking. Now, to move our coils over, insert your screwdriver to one side, move that side over, go to the other side, move that side over, and just kind of work it back and forth. Make sure everything moves over smoothly. What I mean by that is, take it on one coil, push that side over, move it to the other. This is almost like having a 3-coil setup on one side, and it works terrifically. I'm going to take my tweezers here and try to straighten these up, level them off. Now how this works is like a nano dragon coil. You've got with a nano dragon, you've got one coil, you've got your wick going around that coil, and the top is open. So you're sucking juice all the way through that puppy and letting all that vapor come right out the top. Now what this does is we're going to have a wick that wraps all the way around it, but these gaps in between the 3 and the 2 are also going to be open, so it pulls from the bottom up on both sides, leaving 2 trails of vape, which works terrifically. Go ahead and put it on. Actually, I'm gonna test this on the ohms meter. Last time it came out to around 0.18. That's what I'm shooting for this time. Perfect. On the dot. 0.18. Alright. Clean them up. You may be wondering, with your coils separated, how are they going to heat up from the inside out? Solve that problem too. You want to make sure the bottom heats up and then the sides heat up. which can be tricky, especially with this RDA. It is kind of hard to get into pinch your coils the way you need it to. Whoa, sketchy. Must have had some leftover juice. Alright, now these are glowing nice from the bottom, then up. Just perfect. Now, so just like the Nano Dragon coil, the wicking is one of the most important parts. You want to take a somewhat sort of small piece of wick, about like this. I'm using cotton bacon, which I highly recommend to everybody. Especially for this, because it works super nice for when we have to split it in half. Now you want to take and tuck it underneath, through the posts, just underneath here, underneath the two wraps, and then pull it up and over. Actually, you know what, we're gonna just pull it a ways under. Pull it through. Hold it on the side here. What we're going to do is pull it over and tuck it all in between the two coils. You really want to pack it in too. So you've got two coils out like that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take and split this piece here right in half. Leaving two separate pieces of wick on the outside of the coil. Now what we're going to do with that is we're going to take it and go on the outsides of the coil. Pack it all. Just pack as much as you can around each side of the coil, because these puppies get hot and you will be juicing all the time. And you want to ensure that the top stays open as much as possible. And you want to do the same on the other side. Alright, so now that we've got both sides all packed tight, whipped up, introducing best tool ever. We're going to take this cut off piece of lead, stick it down inside of our coil, and just try to just push down. That's all you really have to do. Just get all the cotton that's underneath of each upright coil packed down, away from the space between where the two coils sit horizontally and the two coils sit vertically. You want the space underneath totally linked between the coils. That's what the entire idea behind this was a horseshoe. I don't know how I came up with it, but it works, and it works super well. It really does. You guys will find kind of like specialized tools as you go along that you just kind of use all the time. People will ask you where you get them, and you will not be able to tell them because it's just tools that you acquire that work best for you. And you know, like this Allen wrench, I have no idea what size it is, but it works super great. I do happen to know that it is very, very close to the same size as 22 and 26 gauge wire twisted together. I'm going to go ahead and juice this up so we can see how she vapes. The first coils of these that I built, I had on here for well over a week, and I was just, actually it was probably about 2 weeks. I was just testing them out to make sure that they were going to be something that I felt that I should share with everybody, and I really think this may be the next Nano Dragon coil. That's what I'm hoping for. So while I'm just kind of off doing my own thing, just rambling on like I always tend to do, and I apologize for that. Actually, leave me a comment if you think that I should talk less, or if my talking between fiddling around kind of helps fill the gaps. Just give me some feedback. But anyway, off on another tangent again. I don't know where I was. Anyway, I'll fix that later. These coils I've tested for a while, and they are great. I don't think this is going to let you guys down if you do a successful build. But here we go. Oh yeah. My last ones that I built, I had to juice literally like every 3 drags, and I mean they rip. Another great thing about this cotton bacon too is it's extremely absorbent. Can't talk. Just for as much airflow as this little boy has, it is intense. Even makes me cough. I just switched back to 6 from 2, so that could do it too. But it's great flavor, you guys. Great cloud. Like I said, let me know in the descriptions how I'm doing. Subscribe if you like my videos. Subscribe to my Facebook page, Steven Vape Haven, same as my YouTube. Check it out. Let me know if I'm doing everything right. Steven Vape Haven, signing off.